James Dorlin. We're here at the Donington Historic Festival, another great event in the historic racing calendar. But how are you?
Yeah, well, good, thank you. Yeah, it's a bit of a more relaxed weekend this weekend compared to last week, but yeah, it's nice to be out and having a play in the historics.
Yeah, got lots to talk about. Obviously, we'll touch on last weekend in a little bit, but tell us a little bit about this car that we stood behind, it's behind you here, and because it looks awesome. And tell us a bit about what's going on for you this weekend.
Yeah, so this is a 50s touring car, so very, very different to modern day cars, but it's a Ford Zephyr. It's a big boat with not a huge amount of power, but it's great fun to drive. It drifts around everywhere, and I actually drove it 2 years ago at Goodwood Revival for the owner, Alistair Dyson, and yeah, he's invited me to come and drive it again this weekend. So yeah, it's great fun, but just feels like slow motion compared to the Corolla from last week.
I can imagine. It's an interesting dynamic with these sort of retro touring cars in the sense that they all look and therefore perform very differently. You know, a bigger car like this is going to handle very differently to like the Minis, which aren't so good on the straights but are very good through corners, and they've all got their quirks, haven't they, which makes the racing itself very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in historic racing, it's a huge array of various different cars, but yeah, with this, it's rear-wheel drive, quite heavy, but a bit more nimble than some of the, you know, maybe the big V8s and things, but yeah, it's multi-class, so we're kind of in a race with the 50s cars within, you know, up against more modern cars as well. So we'll be midfield, which is kind of nice as well. It takes pressure off. We don't have to, you know, the results don't matter too much. It's more about just enjoying being here and showcasing these wonderful cars.
Yeah, definitely. They really are awesome. How does it handle around Donington in the sense that half the circuit's very flowing, and then you've got the GP section that's quite start-stop? Is that a bit of a handful in those like heavy braking zones?
Yeah, I mean, obviously these old cars, they don't have the modern technology of what we do nowadays. So it's going to be a case of saving brakes and hoping that we've still got a pedal at the end. But yeah, I mean, you're heel and toe in, and you know, properly driving these cars. They're on the old Dunlop cross-ply tyres as well, so grip is something we don't have very much of, so which is great. It's good fun. Everybody's in the same boat and everybody's here to enjoy driving these cars.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a great weekend all round. Thinking back to last weekend though, your first weekend in the British Touring Car Championship, you must be glad you just got it done, got it ticked off, and got sort of that monkey off your back. Yeah,
I know what to expect now for next week. I loved every second. The results were a bit frustrating that they didn't show, I think, where the true pace was. I think a couple of top 10 finishes were more than doable, and obviously race 3 we were running up in the top 10 as well. So the potential's there, and I feel good in the car. Felt strong in the race battles as well. But for me, it was understanding that tyre management. I felt I was looking after the tyre, but I very quickly realised in race 3 I wasn't clearly doing it as much as I needed to. So yeah, it's all a huge learning curve for me, the front wheel drive, the nature of the racing and everything, but I'm loving every second, and yeah, like you say, I've got that first one out the way now, and I feel we'll hopefully get some stronger results next week.
It seems in the BTCC, being quick and having good pace is only one part of it. The whole racecraft and all the chaos of that is a whole nother thing, isn't it? Just talk us through how many things you're kind of having to balance to get a good result, because like I said, it's not just being quick around a racetrack, is it?
Not at all. I mean, you saw there it were three proper touring car races at Donington last week, and yeah, it's like I say, it's just a different dynamic. You need the pace, obviously, but then how you manage that over the race distance and looking after the tyres and staying out of trouble as well. That was something I knew I had to kind of learn over that first weekend, was where to concede a place and then where to fight. And yeah, I learnt that pretty quickly, and I think the years of Clio Cup racing back in the day certainly helped with that. So yeah, it's very chaotic, but very enjoyable.
We've got Brands Hatch next weekend, a very different circuit on a very short Indy circuit. What's the expectation for that one? Are you feeling positive going into, because it's an interesting challenge, isn't it, with a circuit being that short?
It is. I think it's going to be super close. I mean, even here, qualifying was just over a second split the whole grid, and I think it'll be even tighter than that next week. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time since I did the Brands Indy, so for me, free practice is just going to be getting my head around that again. But yeah, I think the racing will be great, as it always is, but it's certainly going to be closer than ever, where qualifying is going to be important, making sure you're up the front. So my expectations, again, like I said, this is the first year, so I need to be realistic, but I think there's potential to be certainly in the top 10, battling for hopefully some Jack Sears wins, and if we can sneak closer to the podium towards the end of the weekend, that would be great.
That sounds good to me. James, good to see you again, and best of luck for next weekend.
Thank you.